If not now, then when? If not us, then who? Environment, air pollution, climate change. These are the multiple dimensions we have to consistently face.
Clean air is a matter of concern. I'm sure a lot of our members will be keen to know about what steps are being taken for cities and clean air. The government proposes
forest, mangroves, even air. Today the air is so polluted, it is creating so much problem for everyone. Water pollution, depletion of water, the climate change, all these things are happening because while evaluating any budget, we are just thinking in terms of monetary terms and we are not putting any value to losses to these resources.
Air pollution stands out as one of those key areas which has not garnered enough attention at the hands of Ministry of Finance until last year.
India is the fifth most vulnerable nation in the world to climate change impacts, which will hugely affect our food and water security. The government needs to take urgent steps to protect our poor and vulnerable communities from this climate crisis.
If you look at the World Economic Forum's Global Risk Report, loss of biodiversity has been considered as one of the top 5 risks for the next 10 years.
We'll have the union budget announced in a few days, and one of the things that I'm keeping my eyes out for is the environmental allocation.
With the budget around the corner, there are huge expectations, that the government will give the much needed fillip to clean energy technology that will help government to build a strong economy with sustainable energy choices.
The highest concentration of life on this planet is around the Indo-Gangetic Plain, and this entire Indo-Gangetic Plain is now unviable for human existence. It's not only the air, but the water, like everything is unfit for human consumption.
Three things which should be highlighted in the upcoming union budget are: number one, there should not be any new investment for the fossil fuel projects such as coal and oil. Number two, the already under construction power plants which are in early stages should be revisited by the government. This year's budget comes up with more allocation for cleaning the air in our country, but that also comes with a set criteria and a metrics to measure the progress, as well as how are we going to achieve the clean air.
If there were to be recommendations for the budget, I think it would definitely be incentives, schemes and benefits for non-profits and startups working in the environmental space.
I would definitely want to see more proactive and not just a tokenism allocation when it comes to environmental budgets. So I think what the government really needs to do is to have like a sectoral policy, sector-wise approach to incentivize carbon efficient choices which come from both sides, from the citizens and from the governments.
My expectation from the 2021 budget is that the government spends money on watershed management programs both in our urban as well as rural areas. Communities, farmers, NGOs need to be incentivized to dig millions of ponds and water recharge structures on our farmlands as well as our government lands.
My expectation is that the direct allocation towards air pollution needs to be upped at least 20%.
We need to focus on three things: adequacy, technology, and monitoring.
There has to be demonstrated intent towards environmental sustainability, and that will happen only by providing fiscal provisions.
In the forthcoming budget, government should provide, budgetary support to domestic manufacturing of solar modules, cells, EVs, battery storage, etc. by providing both budgetary and financial support. Further, providing clean energy at affordable prices should be the highest priority of the Indian government.
I don't think anybody is against $5 trillion economy goal or against development or against growth. I think there just needs to be a more sustainable approach to the problem.